I've had this old whiskey barrel that I salvaged, and my original plan for it was to use it as a hydroponic planter for a fruit tree of some kind. But then I realized that'd be really impractical to try to move around, so it's just been sitting around in my backyard for quite some time. But then it occurred to me that it might make some really cool end grain cutting boards.
The inside of a whiskey barrel has got this charring to give the liquor a distinct smoky flavor. And so I have to sand this down just enough to retain this charring so it shows up on the end grain, but take enough of it off so that I can still use the wood glue on it. So I've got my glue up all done, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to line up my table saw blade with this edge. That way I can use that to cut off this side, move that over to here and re-glue it. That'll give me a nice rectangular piece to cut my end grain cutting board out of, and I think that'll give me some really great patterns in the board as well. So all my glue ups are done, and I've gone ahead and ran the boards through a thickness planer so it's the same thickness across the entire face of the piece. But this is much too narrow for a cutting board, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one in half, and I'm going to flip the sides together and glue it up so that I've got a wider surface to work with. So now I need to flip these on their side to expose the end grain, and then I can glue and clamp them together. To get these cutting boards sanded flat so they sit nicely against the counter, what I'm doing is I'm just moistening the counter, rubbing the water around, drying off my hand, setting the cutting board down, kind of rocking it back and forth. That way when I flip it over, I can find all the high spots, like down here in this corner. Alright, to get these cutting boards finished up, I'm going to use a dedicated cloth and some mineral oil. Just wipe it down. Alright, between the charring, the natural color of the oak, and the weathering, I got some great variation across these boards, and they really turned out great. Alright, that takes care of the first coat. I'll let this soak in a little bit, and 2 or 3 more, and these will be done. So overall, I am really happy with how these turned out. Now, the material, those barrel staves, were really difficult to work with. Every single face on those is curved. The inside, the outside, and the sides. Now, I might do this one more time with a wine barrel, just because I think a red wine would give it a really cool color across these seams, like I got the black on these. But wine barrels are kind of expensive, so I don't know that I'll do that anytime soon. Alright, thank you for watching. Please click the subscribe button, and if you like this video, also click like. If you think you might try something like this yourself, let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to see some pictures of it. Alright, thanks for watching.